2006, India was gripped by serial murders in Noida, a wealthy suburb of the capital Delhi where at least 19 children and women were raped and killed. Businessman Moninder Singh Pandey, in whose house the murders took place, and his manservant Surinder Kohli were arrested for the crimes. Indian-American filmmaker Ram Devineni, who spent more than 3 years investigating the Nitthari crimes, was visiting relatives in India in December 2006 as the murders played out on TV news channel. Many children had gone missing from the nearby slums of Nitthari over 2 years, and their parents alleged that police had ignored their complaints. After the first corpses were discovered, it was reported that several children from the slums had been lured to their deaths by Kohli, who had invited them into the house, offering them sweets and chocolates. In the initial days after his arrest, Kohli admitted to his interrogators that he had raped children as young as 3, had sex with the corpses of his victims, and once cooked and tried to eat human organs in the belief that cannibalism cured impotency. Although during the trial he retracted his confession, saying he had been tortured and coerced into making his statement. Mr. Pandey, though, denied all the charges against him from day one, but was vilified and portrayed as a monster by the press. With his beard and mustache, he looks like the perfect Bollywood villain. After body parts and children's clothing were fished out of a sewer next to the house, the crime scene was described as India's house of horrors. The filmmaker started off with a presumption that they were both guilty, but was persuaded by the evidence to change his mind. I first met Kohli and Pandey in October 2012 in the court in Ghaziabad, where they were being tried, and I was surprised by how easy the access was. He describes his first encounter with Kohli as eerie and unsettling. Never denied committing any of the crimes. He always tried to put the blame on someone else. A doctor in their neighborhood was involved in an organ scam, so Kohli suggested that he may have been behind the killings. Devineni describes Kohli as really shrewd and cunning. He's had little education, knows no English, but he does his own research. On his own, he has learned India's complex legal system and knows how to stay on top of it. His impression of Pandey, on the other hand, was that of a quiet and kind grandfather type of man. In initial confession, Kohli did not say that Mr. Pandey was a participant in the crimes, but in 2007 he changed his tack to implicate him. Many have questioned how Mr. Pandey could not know what was going on in his own house. Pandey had deep love and affection for Kohli, who covered for him in front of his wife when he saw call girls. Pandey trusted him and left the running of the house to him. "I'm convinced Kohli committed all the murders on his own," said the filmmaker. "Pandey is an innocent man." Victims' family, however, are unlikely to find this argument convincing. Over the years, they have insisted that justice will only be done when Mr. Pandey is hanged, and they are unlikely to change their minds. He is rich, and if he's let off, is the big guy getting away with murder. On 24 July 2017, both Kohli and Pandey have been given the death sentence, yet to be carried out.